Why are people talking about Bernie Sanders again? Non-American here. I vaguely remember Bernie Sanders in 2016, if I recall correctly. It seemed like people were either saying the US population thinks socialism is a dirty word so Bernie would never be president, or they were saying even if he did become president none of his bills would get passed, so backing Hillary is the better option. Now I'm seeing all this stuff where people are saying the Democrats screwed up not picking Bernie. Is this just hindsight 2020? Or was it really that obvious? Answer. Bernie Sanders was a candidate for the DNC presidential nomination in 2016 and 2020, losing out to Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden respectively. He is an independent, not a Democrat, but generally aligns himself with the Democrats in Congress plus the Senate. He's been a consistent champion of left-wing policies, and frankly is usually one of the few people in the Senate talking any sense. Bernie has a way of bringing people together that other DNC candidates just can't. Bernie is a strong proponent of Medicare for all, fighting against wealth and income inequality, taxing the rich and corporations, and social programs in general. Things that the average American are generally in favor of. He's also consistently been rated the most popular senator/elected official in the United States for years now. Bernie released a scathing post after the election stating that the Democrats lost the election because they abandoned working-class people and focused too much on the wrong issues. It's become clear that the Democrats have totally lost the point and focus on decades-old and obsolete political ideals. People are sick of the system in the US and wanted change, to the point where they were willing to vote for someone that is actively working against their own interests. Bernie in a lot of ways is to the Democrats what Trump is to the Republicans. An outside voice that came into the party and attracted a lot of attention of potential voters while trying to break the status quo. There's been a lot of talk among Bernie brothers that the day the Democrats lost to Trumpism is the day they conspired to deny Bernie the presidential nomination in 2016. He had the momentum and support of swing voters to beat Trump, but they went with Hillary because she was the establishment candidate despite her already being too politically damaged. Now here we are. Speaking as a Canadian, Bernie Sanders could be your version of Tommy Douglas, a politician who single-handedly changed the political landscape in our country for the better. His values are now our values. If you don't know who Tommy was, which if you are in the US I doubt you would, look up The Greatest Canadian on YouTube. One more thing to add into this. Bernie has been remarkably consistent in his views during his career, which gives him the added credibility of being authentic, whereas most politicians just spew what people want to hear and will sway whichever way the wind blows. My all-time favorite Bernie moment was Hillary Clinton on stage ranting. Where was Bernie Sanders when I was fighting for universal healthcare in the 90s? They pulled up video of her speech on the healthcare bill from the 90s, and wouldn't ya know? IRC Sanders' line was, "I don't blame her for not seeing me, because I was literally standing right behind her."